Hello and welcome everybody to another Nickel City X-Wing League night. We've got a big match between the Republic and the Rebels today. Let's go down the list. Starting with Spin, we've got Barriss Offee with R5 astromech and calibrated laser targeting. And then we have Luminara Unduli with R5 astromech and calibrated laser targeting. And then there's Sacy Tin with, you guessed it, R5 astromech and calibrated laser targeting. And with that is also Matchstick with the ion cannon turret, R4 astromech, and a shield upgrade. On the Rebels side, we've got Dash Rendar with Lando Calrissian and contraband cybernetics, Gina Moonsong with fire control system, auto blasters, jamming beam and stabilized S-foils, and K2SO with Zeb Aurelios, chopper, and pivot wing. Players are setting up obstacles now. Let me start the music. Also, we're gonna try this betting system out. Finally figured out how to do it. So hopefully I can assign people in the chat points and we can do this bet thing. Hope you guys are having a good day. All right, so betting, start bet. So I think you can check your points with this. I don't know. You have points. You can bet. So the tangles webs we weave. Should be a good match. A lot of fun interactions here happening. Gina Moonsong can basically give K2SO a calculate with passing the stress to him. So basically a double calculating K2SO every turn. And it's a gain action, so even if he's already stressed, if Gina wants to double stress K2, she can, and give him another calculate in a tight situation, a tight spot. Dash Rendar, of course, is crazy good. Ignores obstacles while moving through them. Since there's no asteroids on the field, there's no obstacle that will block him from shooting. He's got a 4 dice primary bow tie arc. If he is range 1, it goes down to 3 dice, which is still pretty great. He's got Lando Calrissian. That's gonna let him roll 2 defense dice if he chooses to do that as an action. Whatever shows up on those dice are the dice he's going to, are the tokens he's going to get. If he blanks out on both, then Spin will get to choose which one he gets, a focus or an evade. And that's a tough choice because he's got 2 evade. So if you want to get damage through on him, you might not want to do the evade. But then do you want to give him a focus for a 4 dice primary attack? That is the Sophie's choice of Dash Rendar with Lando. On the other side, Matchstick gets rerolls for red tokens on him. These are 3 very much not used Jedi. Let's pull them up again. Barriss, while a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 performs an attack, if the defender is in its bullseye, you may spend 1 force to change 1 eye or eyeball focus result to a hit result, or a hit result to a crit result. Yeah, man, go ahead. Well, it looks like we are starting dials. And I am going to start the timer. It's a 90-minute match for our League Knights. Who you guys got? Republic or the Rebellion? Should be an interesting match here. Of course, the great repositioning for the Jedi is like unparalleled, pretty much. But the bigger bases and the bow tie arc of Dash can really neutralize where the Rebellion has to go. So the Jedi have to get in pretty close to really start making a difference. Started going for the Jedi and then I just stopped. Luminara, while a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defends, if it's not in the attacker's bullseye, you may spend a force. If you do, change one crit result to a hit result or one hit result to an eye result. So basically the opposite of Barris. And then Sacy, after a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 reveals its dials, you may spend one force. If you do, set its dial to another maneuver of the same speed and difficulty. So a lot of modifications here. So here we go. K2SO stopping. We'll get a stress and we'll gain a calculate for that. Barris is going to be the first to move. That's a 3 bank right. Looks like Matchstick has his arc pointed to the right. It's going to be a normal action barrel roll. There's Matchstick with the 3 bank right. Deciding on an action here. Just declining an action. I would like to see them start taking target locks on the Matchstick to get him the red tokens. Here's Barris now. Let me get, so Barris is red. Luminara is yellow, Sacy is green. Let me do that on the board. There's red, Luminara, yellow, Sacy is green. There we go. And there are the target locks onto Matchstick. Dash coming out hot, 4 straight. He's going to rotate his arc to left, right. Now Gina at I5, the last to move here. Just a 1 bank. That's going to be a barrel roll right, all the way forward. That's going to be the round. We're headed to round 2. See if these points have gone through here. Yeah, there it is. All right. If you want, you can make a bet on this game. The way you do that is exclamation point bet. 1 for spin, 2 for Rhys, and then 100 as your amount. You can bet less than 100. You might be able to bet more. I'm not 100% sure, to be fair. Let's see how this works. Yep, that went through, so we're good. That system's up. Feel free to do it. If you have any strong opinions on the day, feel free to say it out loud either. Cut my grass today. First time I cut the back this year. It was very high. There are 6 bags of grass clippings in my garage right now. And my garbage day is until Wednesday. Not ideal. What I'm going for here. We're still pretty much in the preliminary setup phases. I don't want to assume to now where people are going. I do like the idea of splitting up the Jedi a little bit. Luminara and Barriss work well together, but you don't want to end up heading right into the buzzsaw that is the rebellion ships. And here we go. There's a 1 straight from K2. It's gonna coordinate a Lando action to dash Rendar. That stresses K2. Not only stresses K2, gets him a calculate from his ability, and Lando will roll 2 green dice. Whatever shows up is what he gets. That's 1 evade token. I really like this use of K2. If he can kind of hang with Lando, or hang with Dash, get Dash double actions. Here's Barriss. Barriss the 4 forward. Luminara sticking with her. Also 4 forward, not spending the force yet, just focusing. Dash can make up a lot of ground real fast, so you don't want to get in too aggressive and end up taking 4 dice shots. Luminar fine-tune controls, boosting forward. Matchstick heads forward as well. Just gonna focus. It's gonna be a fine-tune boost and a focus. I like the positioning here from Stacey. Gina with the bank in. Probably gonna get a barrel roll here. Maybe a focus. Decides he can avoid that debris. Does decide he can avoid the debris. Yeah, Apostasis. I was thinking that earlier. I was like, oh, these Jedi, you never see these Jedi. Luminara you've seen out and about, but Barriss and Saci, you rarely ever see them played. And Gina, not the best, just because I don't know. I don't think her ability is that good for B-Wings. B-Wings have no problem getting stress. I think Braylon and 10 are better, but that's just me. But I like Gina's action ability with K2 here. See what Dash does after the bank. Just gonna focus. Probably won't be getting shots this turn. That is our round. So next round we should be getting into the engagements. Matchstick has the maneuverability to get good range 3 shots here. Luminara and Barriss can come around from the side, but with the bow tie pointed to the side, I wonder if they really want to. I think we'll probably get like a 2 forward from K2SO, a blue move, another coordinate Lando onto Dash, and then on Dash's move we'll get a target lock depending on where Barriss and Luminara end up. It'll be interesting to see which of those ships is his target priority. Gina, it's gonna have to be a 1 bank. I'm not entirely convinced a 1 bank right misses a debris, but it's gonna be very close. Could be a turn right to get into Saci's face. As for the Jedi, I think you go as fast as you can with Saci. 5 forward, boost around, try to get on the backside of these ships. I don't think K2SO is going to be getting the best shot here. He's also not going to be in danger, and if he's just a coordinate carrier for Dash, that could work out really well. Matchstick is pretty locked into a 2 or 3 bank here. I guess he could 1 bank, but you want to be sure to get shots while you got it. And I'm always a big proponent of letting the U-Wing shoot. They have a 3 dice primary gun. They are a viable offensive threat. Hanging them back too much and not letting them get shots always seems like a mistake to me. Here we go with K2SO. There's a 2 bank in. Relieve stress. And there is a Lando coordinate. A Lando. So we'll get the Lando roll. Absolutely, Apostasis. Same thing with Lambda. It's a ship that has offensive dice. It's going to be 1 focus to Lando. Or to Dash. With Lando on it. I keep thinking it's Lando. And here come Matchstick and the Jedi. They can move in any order. They're all 4s. Matchstick with the 2 bank right. I like where he is. Probably just focus with him here. maybe rotate your turret arc if you want to try and get a ion shot off, but I think you're probably better off just focusing. Yeah, like you were saying about the Lambda, it's a ship with attack dice out the front and back. Like, you don't need it to hang back, you need to do offense. There's a 1 hard in from Luminara. See if we get maybe like a barrel roll focus, I think would be a good thing here. I'm just gonna focus. There's gonna follow suit. If you're thinking 1 bank from dash here, then I think you gotta boost Barris in. But she doesn't have the force that Luminara and Sacy have. Only 1 force. So you might not want to starve yourself. There is the 5 straight like we were talking about with Sacy. I'd like to see an FTC boost and not a focus here. See, if you boost, you know you're gonna get a shot onto K2. Like, you know that for a fact. You might end up getting a shot onto Gina. But also, knocking out K2 can destroy that whole coordinate chain he's got going on. That's clearly part of Rhys's game plan. There is a fine-tuned boost called Nice Turn In. Could even barrel roll here. Would not hate that, although that does leave you vulnerable to a dash, banking in and then taking a target lock and getting 4 dice at you at range 2, and you're out of mods. Barrel roll's called. I wonder if it's going to be front or back. It's going to be to the back. I don't hate that. Still have a shot on K2. Less of a chance of Gina being able to maneuver her way into a shot. Now Gina's going to move. There is the 2 hard. Could see a focus barrel roll here. Or a target lock barrel roll. Very close. I think a barrel roll might just get the edge, but does put you in range for a shot as well. Here's lock. Check coming. Has Matchstick and Sacy. Deciding who she wants to go after. Deciding to go after Matchstick, so maybe she's decided that Sacy isn't that big of a deal right yet. Let's see Dash here. That is the 1 hard left. I really, really like that move. And Luminara is gonna get the target lock. So a focused target lock onto Luminara already. So I was gonna start with Gina to see if Gina's got everything. No options for Gina. So Dash is gonna get a shot. See if it's range 2 or 3. The Luminara, range 2. Here we go. Let's get some violence. This is gonna be 4 dice. It's gonna be crit, focus, focus. Is gonna spend the lock and spend the focus. That's gonna be 3 hits and a crit. So that's hit, 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 crit. 3 dice in defense. Only 1 focus, spends a force, and is gonna take hit, hit, crit on to Luminara. That leaves her sitting on 1, and it is a wounded pilot, so she could be stressed next turn. So that's a wounded pilot on Luminara. She's down to 1 early, and that's half points on the first shot. So this is going to be a range 3 shot into K2SO. That's going to be hit crit into K2SO. The defense roll. K2 does have a calculate, so no damage. So match 6 got dash, range 3, primary. Has the focus, that's going to be 2 hits into dash. Dash will get 3 dice. Has no mods. One evade, and that's going to be a shield down on dash. Not exactly sweet revenge for Luminara, but you'll take it. So this is going to be range 2 dash from Luminara. For 1 hit. Dash will get 2. There is 1 evade. We're going back to dials. So I think dash has probably the easiest move of the match here. Just the one hard turn, get your arc facing that direction. let K2SO again coordinate you for the Lando action. Take another target lock. Gina probably moving in left. There's not a lot you can do about Stacey 10 around your backside just yet if you want to continue coordinating. Since K2 is stressed, he can't do the U-Wing's patented stop and turn. But taking that big damage on Luminara in the first shot of the game, sending her all the way down to 1 health, is really a setback here for the Jedi. Let's do today's sponsor. Diet Snapple Raspberry Tea. 5 calories a bottle. Here's 2 Snapple facts because I forgot to get rid of one of these. Real fact number 1447. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. This is the second Snapple fact in a row I do not believe. I just don't think they can boil and freeze at the same time. They feel like polar opposites. Here's real fact number 48. And I want to really stress that they put real fact in quotations. Cats can hear ultrasound. Sure. I don't know what makes ultrasound different from regular sound. I know you get an ultrasound, but I thought that was just like radar for your stomach. I am wondering if the one bank apostasis, is this something you do? Like, do you know this? Is this because I'm all ears right now? If you tell me how this happens, for it to boil and freeze, call me a layman, but I was always told that when water boils, it's because heat. And then when it freezes, it's because the lack of heat. So I feel like if you do them both at the same time, it would just kind of even out. I know that's not really how science works, but for a guy who dropped out of college to tour with a pop punk band in like 2004, it's the best I got. Take this time, plug our Discord. Why don't you guys join? We'd love to have you there. We occasionally discuss stuff. Hot topic today, how to make resistance bombers good. Started in the X-Wing debrief chat, spilled over to our Discord. And hey, if you want to play a game with us, hit up that Google Doc, put yourself down where you might see yourself fitting in. Love to have you. Play every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30, and we'll occasionally stream other days. Right now we're covering the Ontario Online Open. Our next stream of that is on Sunday at 1 p.m. Should be a really fun time. And hey, while we're at it, exclamation point YouTube, we're starting to release original content every Monday. And also, we put up all the games. So if you miss a game, you really want to see the matchup, all the games go up on our YouTube. Give us a subscribe there. Once we hit 100, we get to create a custom name. So I don't have to be like youtube.com/channels/UC7, whatever. I can just be like Nickel City. Close the betting. temp at which water boils, freezes, is affected by the pressure. So at a low enough temp pressure, like space, I think it can freeze and boil at the same time. So like, what state does it become? Is it like, do they fight it out and whichever one wins gets the, or is it technically frozen and boiled at the same time? Perhaps a question for another time. This is blowing my mind, Epastasis. Blowing my mind. Here's K2. He dialed in the 0 stop, was already stressed, so he's gonna have to do a 2 white straight. Pick up another stress. What a move here. All right, so gets the stress from the debris, gets to calculate for getting the stress, using and then he's using Chopper, which will take a damage onto K2SO, takes a shield. Another stress, coordinates the target lock from Gina onto Sacy. Which gives him a stress from the coordinate, which gives him another calculate. So he ends up on that turn with 3 stress, 2 calculates, and a coordinate. So that's going to be 2 shields down with the critical roll from the debris. What a move from K2SO. That's like 17 actions. From a messed up dial is the thing there. Like, he messed that dial up and still ended up with 2 calculates and a coordinate off that. Ooh, I do not like where Sacy ends up because that target lock pretty much declares where Gina's headed. You gotta fine tune control barrel roll to line up that CLT and focus. You have to do it. Barrel roll left as far forward as you can. Line up that CLT. Especially since K2 just injured himself for free here. There it is. Barrel roll forward. Lines up that CLT. Just want to see a focus here. Is saying he's going to take a target lock. Don't like that. I really want the focus because you get the free. But save that other force for defense. You know it's coming. There's Bear straight off onto the cloud. And still FTC. We'll have to roll for a strain. No strain. She doesn't get an action. Could have still FTC'd, but decided she wanted to stay there. A little cloud protection from K2. And there goes Luminara. Too hard. Any action she does, she'll have to roll. So it's gonna spend a force to fine-tune boost, and then we'll have to roll. She's alright, she can get another action if she'd like. And I was going to spend a charge from R5 to get rid of her downed damage card. So now Luminara has 2 hull left after the R5 use. He's got it right. So here's Gina. And there is the 1 Talon roll. That is going to stress her. I think that probably hits the bullseye of Barris as well. Let's see where Dash goes here. With the 3 hard turn. Gonna go for a target lock onto Luminara. Should have her. Does. So that's gonna be a target lock onto Luminara. This is gonna be a range 3 shot. This is a 4-on-4 shot. One hit, 3 blanks.
Don't do that.
Gonna spend the target lock. Three hits coming in. Luminara has 1 force. Needs some natural evades here. Gets 2. Is gonna take another hit. That brings her back down to 1. Gina doesn't use her ability because K2SO already has all the stress in the world. So this primary shot into Seize. Just 1 hit, gonna fire control system. Again, just 1 hit. one evade. Can spend the lock to do another shot. This is going to be an auto blaster shot. So spending the lock gets to perform a bonus auto blaster shot. Stacey does have one force available. Crits couldn't be blocked, but that's going to be 2 hits. And 2 evades. No shot for Luminara. So Stacey's got a range 2 bullseye shot. That's going to be 3 focuses. Doesn't have a focus to convert them. So he's going to spend the lock and re-roll all 3. And just end up with 1 hit. K2 just needs some paint. Blanks out though. Shields are now down onto K2SO. It can be chosen to be obstructed. You can choose not to be obstructed because they're parallel. Rhys is saying thanks, Greg. So she gets CLT. No focus again. She does have her force up. Could spend. So that's going to be hit crit. Hit crit 1 dice from Gina. Focus, that's going to be 2 shields down onto Gina. Matchstick is going to get a shot now. Has a primary shot, range 2, 2 dice into Gina. Has a focus, so hit crit. Yeah, Deviant, you got it. 2 more shields off of Gina, and all of a sudden, Gina and K2 have shields down. K2SO is going to get a shot now. Has obstructed range 2 into Barris. Has range 3 into Barris. 2 calculates against 4 defense die and 1 force. This is a 3-on-4 shot. 2 calculates versus 1 force. See how it goes. 2 eyeballs. So that's going to be 3 hits. Luminara, blank, blank, focus. Changes 1, takes 2. And Luminara is dead. So that is a dead Luminara. So let's go to Gerg with our scoring update.
After that round, it's Rhys 50 points, Spin 29.
Thank you, Gerg. So now Dash probably is 3 harding back in. K2 is gonna need to just do blue maneuvers until he dies. Stacey is in a pretty good spot. Depending on what Gina does, probably a 1 bank. But Gina really doesn't have anyone to dump stress off on here. Normally you'd want to do that on K2 to get him an extra calculate token, but he's already triple stressed. Dash needs to come around as hard as he can and start getting some big shots in. He's not getting any more coordinates anytime soon here. Although K2 does have Chopper, could take damage to do actions. It's just, you only got 5 health left. You really don't want to be pushing that. So I think after that engagement, the advantage has definitely turned more to Spin. But Dash is the great equalizer here. I do like how Spin has maneuvered his way into, you know, making Dash the one having to chase instead of them chasing Dash. Because even if he 3 hards now, he might have to turn his arc just to get a good shot. And that could rob him of a Lando action. After this match at 9, we have a viewers match. It's going to be Knuckles versus Barry B. I've seen the list, so I'm excited about it. I am interested to see where K2 goes. If he tries to get the stress off with a blue maneuver, or he tries to two-turn and put more pressure on with shots. I think a 4D chess play for right now might be a Sacy two-turn to the right. Could potentially get shots onto K2 and also get the block onto Gina. So I think we're about ready here. Checking Barris. Here we go. K2's gonna be the first to go. It's gonna be a two-turn. Not gonna get an action unless he decides to chopper. Decides not to chopper. There is the 3 forward from Matchstick. Has that ion cannon turret. There's nowhere for him to really go to avoid a shot, so I think you just stick in and try to get that ion cannon off. Take a focus. And the attempted 5K from Barris doesn't clear. Sets herself up for a shot from K2. See, there is a beautiful turn in. I think you can do this. I think you can boost. I think you can FTC boost, focus, and get that range 1 shot onto K2. Combined with the ion shot, you might just be able to take him down. Of course, if you do, that's an initiative kill. So he wouldn't get one of these tasty shots onto either Matchstick or Barris. I'm assuming it'll probably be Barris. Does spend a 4, so an FTC is coming. There it is. Doesn't get the bullseye. But we'll take a target lock for a normal action. I really think you should start focusing. The difference between the hits you get for focus and the hits you get for a target lock do not differ at all. It's only when they're double modified, and they're not double modified here. Gina with the 1 bank. It clears. The stress goes off. She could stress herself and then pass it to K2 to get him a calculate token. And here comes the barrel roll ship left all the way forward with a combo into a target lock, which would stress. Let's see if she passes that stress to K2. Even though that would give K2 now 4 stress tokens, he would still get a calculate. So the target lock is going to come in onto Barris. Dash is going to move. That was a 2-turn. Doesn't quite get him anywhere that he needs to be for this round. Dash is just gonna focus. Beginning of combat. That's the 4th stress on K2SO currently, but he still gets to calculate from his ability. Dash and Gina both don't have shots. So Dash just short on his arc. So it's gonna go now to Matchstick. So he's got a range 1. Deciding to go to Gina range 2 with the ion cannon. I'd like to see you just take down K2 here, but that's gonna be focus hit crit. Can spend the focus, get 3 ion shots on. Gonna spend the focus, that's 2 or 3 hits with the ion cannon. Gina. So Gina is down to 3 and now ioned. And that is going to be half points. Oh no, she already got his half points, but this is going to be a range 1 shot, no bullseye from Stacey onto K2. I'd have liked to see both those shots go into K2. But getting Gina Ion there, still good. 1 hit, 2 blanks. Has a target lock, is gonna spend it. For 2 hits. K2 does have a calculate. See if he chooses to spend 1 here. He does spend the calculate. He does spend the calculate to only take 1 on the hull. And that is half points onto K2. So this is going to be K2 with a range 1 shot into Barris Offie. Oh no. So it's going to be a range 1 into Ceci rather. No force available. So 4 versus 3. No mods to be found here. That's going to be 2 hits. It's about average. So that is going to be a shield on Stacey. And that is our round. So let's get a scoring update from Gerg.
Well, Greg, after that round, it's 53 points for Spin, 50 for Rhys.
Thanks, Gerg. You're the best. So you know where Gina's gonna be this turn, but you don't have really the blues to take advantage of it so much here from Barris. Hey John, how's it going, man? How was your match earlier? The biggest problem I see right now is that you know where Gina's going to be, but you don't have the ability to get there. And now you've got Dash coming in. Did you both fly Rebels? Be honest with me. Did you both fly Rebels? Was it Wedge versus Wedge? Natch. I don't know what Natch means. I'm not cool enough to know Natch. Dutch oven, Y-wings. Can't go wrong with a little Dutch oven. Was he flying the Hawk with Garvin and Jake? Natch means naturally in Sam Spade lingo. I don't know who Sam Spade is either. Am I terrible? Am I a bad person? Might be. Yeah, when that list is working, everyone has focuses all the time. It's crazy. We've seen that list on this channel. During the tournament, he played it. Worked it to perfection. Is this the round that K2 loses the stress? Ah, she hit that follows button. I'm not going to smash that follow button. And let's find out together. Or smash the subscribe and get your chicken wing. Here's K2SO. Wait. Spin rethinking a move. Here we go. Here's K2. There is the one bump. Will relieve one stress. This could be bad for him. Sacy could bump him, and with Zeb would be able to attack. Or Sacy could just 5k. There's Barris now with the one bank. I'd like to see a barrel roll FTC into a boost, maybe if there's room, but for sure get out of that K2 arc. Gonna be a fine-tuned boost. Don't think that gets him out entirely. Pretty close. I'd like to see a normal action barrel roll in. I think that's what he's contemplating here. Might have to go back. Beautiful. Love that maneuver. Gets a shot. Matchstick will focus. So the ion maneuver is going to be one forward and a focus for Gina. I was recently informed that in like 1.0 you could like link actions to your focus and stuff. Seems good. Let's see what Dash has in store here. There's the 3-turn. Could Lando could take a target lock. Has his choice here. It's gonna target lock Sacy. Again, I think Lando might be your better call there. Well, you're not taking a shot. I guess target lock is a good option. Guarantee yourself a mod because you might not get one on the Lando. Sacy's gonna be range 2 just barely. Look how close that is. That's the range 1 marker dash there. So it's gonna be 4 dice here versus 3. Hit crit. Gonna spend the lock, re-roll the 2 blanks. 2 hits is average, so he's bowling slightly above. That ends up average. Should have ended up with 1 more. So hit crit coming in. The triple blanks. Sacy taking 2. See what the crit is. It is a direct. Down goes Sacy. Off the board, and K2SO is gonna live through this yet again. The wrong crit at the wrong time. This is gonna be a range 1 shot now from Barris Offie into Gina. That's going to be 3 natural hits. So that's going to be 2 damage onto Gina, and she's down to 1. Matchstick is now going to try to finish her off. That is going to do it. 2 natty hits. 1 evade, but Gina goes down. Now K2 is going to get a range 1 shot onto Matchstick. This is going to be 4v1. K2 has no mods. Not gonna need many. 3 hits. Matchstick blanks out, so that's 3 shields off of Matchstick. He's down to 1 shield. That's the round. 17 minutes left. I got 17 minutes left. Let's go to Gerg with that scoring update.
Thanks, Greg. The score is now Rhys 100, Spin 81.
Thanks, Gerg.
You're welcome, Greg.
So I'm not gonna lie, I don't see a world where dash doesn't do work here. I think you just send K2 away for a while to clear stress. Still has 2. You have the lead. Dash has taken only 1 shield. You've got a fairly fragile Jedi fighter and a pretty powerful dash. Even if it's range 1, you're only rolling 3 dice. Still a 3 dice attack. Yes. Again, after this game finishes, we're going to be back at 9 p.m. with a big match, Knuckles versus Barry B. Bargain. Han Solo is really... Dash is so much better than Han Solo in this. Han Solo's ability is crap. His rebel ability is bad. Because the way averages work, it doesn't do anything for you. Without being able to choose, it just doesn't work. Saw a stealth device Ray played earlier. The Death Ray version was stealth device. Here we go. Here's K2. 2 turn, Won't relieve the stress. We'll just sit there on the K turn. Matchstick with the big 4K. Takes the stress. The red token gives him a reroll. So he'll get 2 rerolls here. Barris in a bit of a tough position after the 1 turn. Could barrel roll here with FTC and then focus. Put herself in a better position for next turn, depending on what Dash did. And that is so there's the barrel roll right. See if she focuses. It has been taking target locks here, but I think focuses are the way to go. Looks like she's just going for the block. Dash here. He banks right, and now he has Barris dead to rights. But he's going to target lock Matchstick. Of course, because he gets the extra dice if he goes at the range 2 shot instead of the range 1 shot. So Barris has probably got to get a jail free card here. So Dash is getting the 4 die shot. It's going to be 4v1. Can really pile in some damage. There's the focuses. It's gonna spend the lock on the 3 focuses. Both players favoring target locks over focus, but I guess it's gonna pay off here. That's 2 hits, 2 crits. It's 1 roll for Matchstick. That is a shield. 2 shield and 3 hits. And the crit, he turns 1 crit because of plated hull. And the crit he takes is structural damage, so he's not going to be rolling any. One hit into Dash. So nothing happens from Dash. K2 will, or Matchstick is gonna shoot K2, see if he's got. So this is gonna be a primary shot. Matchstick does get 2 rerolls for the 2 red tokens on him. Should spend them both. Hey man, you got 2 red tokens on you. You can reroll. my bad. Blanks out on the reroll. Unfortunate there. We are back to dials here. We've got 9 minutes left in this game. Rhys is up by 46. I can do math in my head. Rhys up by 46. Killing K2 will get him 24. So he's going to have to kill K2 and half dash Rendar in 9 minutes. I'm going to be honest with you folks, I don't see it happening. Killing K2, absolutely plausible. Another thing here is you might have to waste a turn slooping Barris here. Get her turned around in the right direction. Just take a range 3 pot shot with your 2 dice. And Matchstick won't be rolling any defensive dice from here on out. Might be the first turn since the beginning of the game where K2 doesn't end up stressed. This game has flipped on its head a couple of times so far. Started out with the early advantage after Dash wrecked Luminara, but then Spin came back, started dealing damage, and it swung again in Rhys's favor. I'm not saying it was inspired by you, Will. I'm just saying that he did see that match happen. Oof. The turn there. Yeah, you've got to try a barrel roll to the left here. Fits in perfectly. Is a stressful move, but the stress just gives another reroll. Barris with the 4K. That's all we do, Will. Literally, I'm just like, what list do you want to play? And they're like, give me Will's list. And I'm like, all right, but I'm gonna name it Spin. Next time we go, it's gonna be the same list, but I'm gonna call it Fred's. So this is gonna be a 4-on-1 shot with a target lock from Dash onto Matchstick. Matchstick sitting at 2 health. Ooh, that's 3. Guaranteed death. And there is the death of Matchstick. Like the death of Superman, but better. Luminar is now going to get an obstructed range 3 shot onto Dash. This is going to be 2 versus 4 with a free blank conversion. 2 hits coming in though. It's these shots we typically see damage going through. You can hear a ton of dice. Oh, the collision creates 2 evades. That doesn't seem right. So we're back to dials with 4 minutes left. The score is now 154 to 81. Judging by the pace of play we're seeing, I think this will probably be the last round. got 4 minutes left on my timer. So here we go. K2 with the one bank. Relieve stress, and that is an unstressed K2SO. From 4 down to 0 in only 10 short turns. He's gonna use Chopper to flip a damage card. Is going to coordinate a target lock from Dash onto Bears. So coordinates target lock onto Bears. Going to have to roll for Wounded Pilot. She flipped over for reasons I'm not entirely sure. And he'll gain a calculate for having the stress token. There's Barris coming in. I think she should FTC boost focus here. Let's see if that's already in bullseye. Absolutely is. Boost focus all day. Take that 1 extra dice away from Dash. He takes the target lock. Dash bumps. So now Dash is going to get the 4 dice shot. This is going to be 4 versus 3. Barris does have a force to spend on defense. Dash has a target lock on Barris. Barris is full. Oh my gosh. 2 hits, 2 crits, natty. 4 dice roll. Can spend a force. Will only take 1 on the shield. Definitely the best you could have gotten there after that natty roll. Now Barris is going to get return fire. Time has expired, so now it's just about points. Crit has a target lock. Might as well spend it. So hit, crit coming into Dash. 1 evade, 2 more shields down, and that makes our final score 154 to 81. That is time. Good job, guys.